Encounters.
I'm Gia.
And I'm Krista. And welcome to everything paranormal, supernatural, and just overall spooky. We're really excited to be able to start this podcast on our favorite holiday,
Halloween.
Yeah. If it's not your favorite holiday,
tell us what your favorite holiday is in the comments.
So in honor of Halloween, we're going to tell you how it came to be. And then at the end, we're going to share
one of our spooky stories.
Yeah, personal to us. So I'm excited to hear yours. We have never actually shared personal spooky stories, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
So Halloween can be traced back to the ancient Celtic festival. This is known as Samhain. It started as an event that marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter in Ireland. November 1st would then mark the ancient Celtic New Year. Samhain is a time where the boundaries separating the spiritual world and the real world would blur together. Celts use this opportunity to honor and worship their ancestors. However, because the veil between the living and the dead is so thin, during this time, many Celts were concerned about darker and evil spirits influencing people in the living world. To help prevent this, Celts dressed their children as demons to confuse the evil spirits and would mark their doors with animal blood to try to keep unwanted visitors away. Historians now say, though, that both animal as well as human sacrifices were made during Samhain to honor the dead and the Celtic gods. It's also said that the famous Irish bog bodies, so there's bog bodies that were found in Ireland, they may have been the remains of kings who were sacrificed there. These sacrifices were known as the threefold death, involving wounding, burning, and drowning. Crops would be burnt and bonfires would be made as part of the worship for the Celtic gods. In 43 AD, Roman forces had conquered a lot of the Celtic territory. Combined with northern France and the British Isles, traditional Roman religious festivals combined with the pagan celebrations. I'm really bad at pronouncing this word, so I apologize. I don't want to offend anyone. But Feralia, I believe, or Feralia, is celebrated in late October, but now thought by historians to have been celebrated in February. So they're not sure whether it was February, October, but we have adapted their tradition. It was a day to remember and celebrate the souls and spirits of the dead for the Romans. This, along with the Day of Pomona, which is a festival honoring the Roman goddess of fruit and trees, would be the first two festivals to be combined with Samhain. The Day of Pomona led to the modern Halloween tradition of apple bobbing, which I actually love that we got that from a Roman goddess. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So in honor of Halloween, we're going to share some spooky stories. You can go first.
Okay. So I'm a little nervous, so sorry about that. I'll get more into the swing of things.
This is the first episode, and we're really excited. We've been talking about doing this for months now.
Yeah.
We've worked really hard to put it all together. We are in the process of building a studio. So right now we're recording in my bedroom, which it's not the best, but it works. But the studio is going to be great. And if you follow us over on Instagram, not only will we have some photos there that show like the Pomona Festival and just some different things for this podcast, but it'll also show the renovation in the room upstairs for the podcast and how we decorate and just our tastes coming together and blending to make this a really creepy but safe place.
Yeah. Okay. So my first one, or my only one, sorry, is going to be about the time that I went to the cemetery where my grandma was buried. So me and my friends, we decided back when we were younger, we would just go and hang out at cemeteries and, dabble a little.
I think a lot of us did that younger.
So, long story short, my friend and her boyfriend at the time were walking, and I was sitting on the tail of her trunk, and this black figure thing was like 10 feet tall or whatever, was standing like in front of me, and it felt like it was like taking my like energy away, and I couldn't like snap out of it, couldn't move, couldn't do anything. It's really, really creepy, and the only thing that snapped me out of it was a woman's voice saying my name. I look over, I'm like able to snap out of it. I look over, and the lights by my grandmother's grave was all lit up, and I was able to snap out of it. And I ran over to my friends, and I was like, "Let's go," and we left.
That
Very
would have
creepy.
been heart-dropping creepy.
I was absolutely terrified.
I would have been too. I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know what that is, and I don't really think I want to know what it was.
I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't want to know either. Just be like, it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. So it's kind of crazy. You had a big black apparition of sorts, and mine is also a big black, but furry, which I know it sounds weird. So this is back about 6 years ago here in this house, actually, just in a room upstairs. I was really sick, like deathly sick. I think I had COVID before COVID was a thing, like before we knew what it was. And so I was in bed, but I was also pregnant with my youngest. So I was like 8 months pregnant, not feeling great from that. Definitely the COVID thing, which sucked. And I just wasn't getting out of bed. And Jason, my husband, would come up and check on me kind of here and there. So I had heard these footsteps, and they were coming up, and they sounded like they were coming from the side of the bed. And I just thought it was him coming upstairs to check on me. And I just noticed this god awful smell. And I was trying not to be like rude about it, because if it was my husband, I didn't want to be like, dude, take a shower. But in my head, I was like, dude, take a shower. So like I rolled over to be like, maybe you should like wash up. And when I rolled over, I'm telling you, it was the biggest, blackest, hairy, smelly, god awful stench of this dog. And it was standing on two legs, and it looked taller than my ceiling. And it was just staring down at me, and I can feel the breath from its nose, and its eyes were bright freaking red, and it scared the crap out of me. And I literally figured out, like, pull the covers over my head, and I'm like, fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight. And finally, I got the courage to pull the blanket down, and I was going to run out the room, and nothing was there. So to this day, I still don't know if I like fever dreamed it, hallucinated it, I don't know what, but it felt real as can be. And then much later, I found out that both my nephew and now my son, both who have had those rooms after me, have had experiences with the same thing. And I had never told anyone about that until my nephew told me about his experience. So it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's definitely terrifying.
Yeah. And the smell was, I think, the worst part.
You know,
It's
whatever it
just
is,
terrible.
it can stay upstairs. I'm good.
Yeah. My room's downstairs. So it's going to be very interesting when we do have our podcast room, because the studio is being built upstairs. Not in that room,
Thankfully.
but still upstairs.
So hopefully we don't have an encounter with it. So
or maybe we do, and it gets filmed and then everybody can see.
Yeah, I mean that would be very much.
Do not judge us if we run out the room screaming, because
I'm running.
I would too. I feel like I'm out.
So I am curious. Since we did talk about Halloween, what are you guys gonna be for Halloween?
Yeah.
I am gonna be Mothman.
Well, Mothwoman.
And what are you gonna be?
Woodland Witch for trick or treating.
Yeah.
At work though, because we work together too, I just have a mask and I'm gonna hide and scare the crap out of people.
It'll be really funny.
It's gonna be hilarious.
If I can get video of it, I will put little clips of it on Instagram.
Yes, it's gonna be great. And we have goodie bags we're gonna make and hand out at work too. So I'm hoping we can scare some people and be like, don't be mad, here's your goodie bag.
Right. And then also, if you have any interesting Halloween facts or
stories,
anything like you care to share, please tell us. I mean, we're going to be looking in the comments, we're going to be commenting, interacting, you know.
And even if you don't want us to read it like on a podcast story, we would still love
Yeah, we could do like
True.
anonymous.
Yeah.
Um,
Or we don't have to. Like,
Yeah.
we would just personally love to know.
Yeah.
We're all about spooky, supernatural.
yeah. The
all that
more,
kind of
the
stuff.
merrier, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Coming up then, we have a couple of exorcisms we're going to go over, which I cannot wait to deep dive. And have you guys seen the movie The Pope's Exorcist? It's on Netflix. I saw it in theaters. I've watched it on Netflix like 30 times. I am in love. I even brought one of his books, one of the only ones I could find in English. A lot of them are written in Latin, I believe, which I kind of want to learn Latin just to read his other books. That might take a while.
fun fact about that, one of my first movies I ever watched horror-wise as a kid was The Exorcism.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know what mine was. I think It, but I was like 4 and it scared me a lot. I still don't like clowns. She does. I don't.
I'm a bit odd.
Oh.
But, yeah. So that is going to be it for this episode, and we look forward to seeing you in our next one.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. If you did, we appreciate any kind of interaction, shares, comments, likes, anything you can do. This is going to be on YouTube. We're going to have a shorter version on Instagram. And I hope you guys like our intro.
Yeah.
We tried really hard to do a cool intro.
Something unique, something
Different.
You know,
So.
yeah, just like, you know, and if you think we could tweak it in any way, let us know.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
Open to creativity as well. Like,
Yes. Suggestions, creativity, everything. We just want this to be spooky and fun and safe. My kids are home from school, so we're going to call it today. But thank you for joining us and have a spooky Halloween.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.